Welcome to our next tutorial. We're going to talk about branding your audio content. What's so key to radiotomy and the ability for you to create is this is handcrafted radio. Your infusion of your perspective is so important in what you create. Let's get started. Quick reminder of some features that are available within the RMO, the Radio Manager Online. You have your music boxes and your playlist boxes as we reviewed in the Start Programming tutorial. You also have jingle boxes, promos, voice tracks, and fillers, and that's where your customization comes in. You need to create boxes, add content, add it to your clock and then day template, and publish to the planner, just as we've done before. Let's focus on jingle boxes. Jingles, those are the things that happen in between your tracks. What you want to do is go to Planner, then Audio. Click on the Jingles box. Create on the new window, add a name, and add. Your box that you just created is appearing. Fill in the box with content from either the Radiotomy library of jingles or your own content that you've uploaded in MP3 format. If you upload your voice tracks, don't forget, you need to verify in the metadata. Fill in the artist song tag data, even though that'll be your own information. Drag and drop the jingles you selected into the box. You can listen to them before adding them by clicking on the play button. Or upload your own content in MP3 format, as previously described in the Start Programming tutorial. Add the file, then upload. Remember to validate the file by clicking in the meta tag information and filling in that information correctly. There are lots of sound editing programs that you can use on the web. We recommend things like Audacity, Adobe Audition, SoundForge. Go ahead and search for sound editing and make sure you output in MP3. To add the jingles into your planning, go to Clocks. Select the clock you want to add the jingle. The boxes will appear on the right. Drag and drop the box into the clock. Remember, you can choose the order by selecting the black arrow up or down. Now we're going to talk about promos. Promos are tracks that are your handcrafted content, but they have time constraints. In other words, they'll only run from a certain time date to start and end. Create a promo box, add content, and in this example, we've added our own promo. In the same process as when you uploaded music, you can see the programming tutorial for more information. We need to validate the file. Click and see Files, or the exclamation point next to the file to complete that validation process. Validation allows you to add the meta tag information. To validate the file, edit your meta tag by adding the title and track. Set the date that you want to start the promo and the end date. You can choose the unlimited option, which will allow the file to play without an end date, but have a start date. You can also choose the hour and the frequency. You can always change the settings by clicking here. Now go to Clocks, then select a clock, drag and drop the box into the clock. Remember, you can choose the order by selecting the arrow up or down. You can also alter the repetition of the content by clicking on the minimum icon. The lower the minutes, the more the content will repeat. Now let's talk about voice tracks. Voice tracks are really the place where you can again add your programming, your station IDs, and the main difference between a voice track and a promo is that voice tracks are not linked to any specific time period and they're not programmed in the exact same way. To create a voice track, go to Audio, then select Voice Tracks, create a box, and add content to it. Again, voice tracks give you that ability to insert that custom programming, that station ID, that things that makes your station completely unique. Create a voice tracks box, and since you're adding your own content, remember you'll need to validate the file. Fill in the information required and edit the mix points. We'll talk about that in a moment. Save, and once you've finished editing. Mix points allow you to control how the last track plays out and how the next track plays in. Edit the mix points and click on the return and save. The file is now in your box. Now let's talk about adding it to a box. To add a voice track to a whole box, select the box and then click on Edit. This voice track will play at the beginning of this entire box. In order to have voice tracks play for the box, you need to upload them first, just like in the previous steps. Click and select your intro box. This will play at the beginning of the box, and an outro will play at the end of the box. If you like the voice track to play more often, lessen the minimum time period here. Select the intro and outro you want. Select the constraints. Once you choose a box, choose an intro file within the box and do the same for the outro. Select the voice track and click OK. Return to the list and save, or save now. Now let's talk about adding a voice track to a track. You can add a voice track to a specific song. To do that, you select a box and then a song. Click on the packaging icon. Select the box, then the file, and edit the constraints. Click on Save when you're done. Use the same process as adding a voice track to a box. Now we're going to talk about fillers. Fillers are 2-minute tracks, exactly 2 minutes, because they're used when listeners are not given an advertisement from our system, or when someone tunes into your station during a commercial break. The filler will play in place of the ad. You can choose them from the Radiotomy library or upload your own, but remember they must be precisely 2 minutes. If you don't choose fillers, the system will pick randomly for you. So it's better to decide the fillers you want and make sure that they're the same genre if it's music, or you can also put in PSAs or other content. Go to Fillers and create a box and add content. Once you've created your filler box, you can search for content. In order to find fillers, you need to make an advanced search. Of course, you can upload your own fillers. See the Start Programming tutorial. Choose fillers and add other criteria to narrow your search, such as the styles. Select the styles, close, and search. The track will appear. Select the ones you want, then drag and drop them into one of your filler boxes. If you want the fillers to play at a specific time to match your clock, click on Edit. Select the constraints and save. Next, we want to think about taking your imaging to the next level. We recommend Benstown at benstown.com, where they can help you get specific audio branding tailored exactly for your station. Check them out, benstown.com. Now you've branded your radio station. Congratulations.